Hi guys, thank you for joining me. In today's video, I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial to talk about my no chill, no spread gingerbread cookie cutout recipe. So you guys all know I include this free in the description down in the video, but also know there will be a link if you want to also purchase a printable download for those of us who are too lazy to copy and paste. But I get it, I understand. So let's talk about these ingredients a little bit. First, I wanted to talk about molasses. You can certainly use any brand molasses, even some of the blackstrap. Just know that different brands, different kinds, of course, will affect the outcome, the taste, the texture, and the flavor. Just play around with what you can and let us know what you think. You know, if you used something in particular that turned out fabulous, drop it in those comments. Let us all know. We all want to make fabulous cookies. So let's talk about what we use in this. So I have made my recipes to be very consistent. So if you were familiar with my sugar cookie or with my chocolate sugar cookie recipes, you'll see similarities. I try to keep it very uniform, very simple for you guys. So in this recipe, we are going to use 1 cup of shortening. I use Crisco. Now, I use shortening instead of butter on purpose. And the reason for that is we are going to be using some ingredients that are very dense, very heavy. Even the spices that we use are heavy and coarse and dense. Now, shortening compared to butter is going to melt slower and incorporate a heck of a lot more air into the dough, which is going to benefit these heavy, dense ingredients really well. So that is why we use this. Now, know if you can use butter if you do not want to use shortening. Just know that your cookies will turn out a little more like a ginger snap and a little crispier. But that's okay because those kind of cookies are delicious too. But know that using shortening, you'll get that soft sugar cookie chew that you like with a sugar cookie cutout. That is also very consistent with the texture of my other 2 recipes that you guys are familiar with. So we're going to use the shortening, and in this I use only 1 cup of white granulated sugar. Now I use white sugar just because we have so much molasses in here. We do need to balance those sugar crystals out and give it a little bit of lightness. I also use a 1/2 cup of molasses. Like I said, you can use light or dark. You can use blackstrap, homemade, something you find from your country market. Just let us know how the results turn out because all of them have a little bit of difference to them. Now, when we go to use our spices, the rest of our ingredients are very common. You're using a couple of eggs, you're using your flour. This recipe will call for baking powder and baking soda because remember, we need all of that help that these heavy ingredients can get to get some rise and puff, but yet not spread. So, you put those ingredients in there, and to my particular recipe, I have played around with the combination of spices to suit my particular family's tastes. Guess what? You can change it however you like. Add the spices that you guys like. So I use 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. I use a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and we really like clove. So we also use a 1/2 teaspoon of clove in ours. So this dough works very similar to our others. You're going to make this dough together. You're going to wrap it up and you're going to let it rest. Let this dough rest. All of these flavors need time to gather up that moisture and really bring out those flavors. When these are baking, your house will smell so good. I wish I had more of these beautiful cookies to show you, but we ate them all. And my oven is broken right now at the moment, so I couldn't bake off more, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys. Here I just dipped in some royal icing, and these are almost gone as well. My family loves these. This is definitely a favorite for this holiday. I hope you guys like this. This recipe makes a little less than what you're used to, so it makes only about 24 to 28 cookies. It's a little smaller of a batch, but definitely manageable for the holidays. You can double it. You can even reduce it more if you like. All right, guys. Remember, if you want that printable download, go to that link down in the description of the video and like and subscribe. And certainly, please put in there any of your questions, comments, and concerns. Love you guys and happy holiday baking. I can't wait to see what you guys create.